Greetings everyone and welcome to another livestream. It is I, Sumi Yellow, and hopefully everyone here is having a fantastic day. And if you're not, well, that's what I'm here for, obviously. Shall we proceed with our adventure featuring the professor and the attorney? I say we should, for honestly, as much as I've been complaining about this title for many things that I find, let's say, not great. The last episode was surprisingly entertaining, but as pointed out by my friend Tia, that's probably because we got some more Layton action, I guess. But I guess we'll find out how things proceed now that both Layton and Phoenix Wright are both trapped in Labyrinthia. So we'll see how things proceed, shall we? We were pursued through the town by the local guards. Just as they almost had us, Espella suddenly came to our aid. We parted ways back in London, and yet, what exactly was she doing here? It appeared that Espella had no recollection of what transpired back in London. She informed us that she lives in this town and works at the local bakery. I guess we'll find out. Okay, we're here now. I assume simply just investigating our surroundings. Let's see. What do we have here? Aside from a hint coin, and now we have 57 hint coins. It's a water fountain. The water looks very clear. It may be suitable for drinking. Is that all we have here? A pile of discarded wooden crates. Okay. There's 3 hint coins here, which I do appreciate. I mentioned this last time, but I do appreciate that in this game they tell you like how many hint coins do you have in each segment and how many are missing. This is a really pretty, almost like a park, I'll say. Hint coin, 58. Anything else? Look at that bench, Professor. Wouldn't it be nice to spend a whole day on it reading in the sunshine? As long as you're wearing sunblock, look. As long as you're wearing sunblock. 59 hint coins. Oh, and we have our first puzzle. It seems that we have Cecil and Petal not having the greatest of times, the both siblings. That's enough already. Won't you ever stop crying? Why are you crying? The witch is coming. Ah, so you both read the story too, right? I'm afraid of the witch. Save me, sis. You wimp, you're a boy, aren't you? It should be the other way around. Oh. Not necessarily, but I guess this is the medieval times. You should be the one saving me. You're the one who wants to be knight. I can't be that witch. I'm toast. Will you just stop crying? What about me, huh? How'd you that think I feel? I'll never be a knight. Ugh. Don't worry, you just have to be brave. You can still be a knight. And you can look after your sister too. Here, it's just like this in this puzzle. Wait a second. Is Luke giving a puzzle to the children? Is the solving animation gonna be them? Because that will be interesting, that's for sure. Okay. Use the clouds and build a bridge across to get to the princess in the castle. Touch the cloud and move it up or down with your magic spell. Clouds that are raised become sturdy and perfect for crossing, while clouds that are lowered turn into gloomy gray rain clouds, unsuitable for crossing. Be careful, your magic is a bit off today. As a result, moving any cloud will move its neighboring clouds as well. Okay. Okay. Okay, I understand. I see. So, if you move one, the other two next to it move as well. Start with the middle. Oh. Marvelous.
Don't worry. Leave this one to me.
Another
Let me
puzzle
do the next
solved.
one too.
Good job. The princess is most happy to see you. Wow, that's amazing. He really made it to the princess. At last, the crying stops. You must remember to be brave even when you feel afraid. Sometimes even I feel scared if I'm alone. I believe that if you're with someone you care about, you can overcome any fear. Got it. Thanks. From now on, I'll take care of Petal. I really don't mind one way or another. But I do wish you'd stop crying. Yep. That was quite the adorable puzzle, I'll say. So, where is this bakery? Okay. So this is using the usual style of gameplay for Professor Layton games, specifically for the 3DS ones. We're here. This is the bakery. I can smell the bread baking. There is some excellent bakers working here. Come on, I'll introduce you. Right there. Okay, who's gonna be in here? Professor, it's the smell of freshly baked bread. Indeed it is, Luke. It's really whetting my appetite. I bet the staff here are really talented.
Welcome!
It's... Huh?
Our bakery uses only the finest ingredients. Upper crust goods for not much dough.
Huh? Phoenix bread? This is how they meet? That is kind of amazing, I'll say. That is... Oh my god. More like bread attorney.
Talented and highly enthusiastic, it seems.
He's kneading the dough pretty hard, isn't he?
I would rather liken the motion to pounding myself.
Oh, Mr. Wright, these gentlemen aren't customers. They're my friends.
Oh, really?
Hey, Espella. Welcome home.
Hello, Maya. Where's Aunt Patty?
So this is how they introduce them. This is how they introduce them. Okay. I was not expecting that at all. But that is extremely interesting. Very humorous.
The boss? She's gone to the market. She should be back at any time now. Sorry about Nick here. He didn't realize you weren't customers.
Okay, so for the first time, we have both Layton and Phoenix on the same screen. And I gotta say, it is as jarring as I was expecting. But we're gonna have to roll with it, as they say.
Not at all. There's nothing wrong with such sincere dedication to one's job.
Mr. Wright, Maya, meet my friends, Mr. Layton and Luke.
A pleasure. My name is Herschel Layton.
And I'm Luke Triton. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Oh. If I gotta be honest, I think Luke especially looks particularly out of place next to these two. Well said, Cyan.
I'm Maya Fey. And this is Nick, my assistant baker.
Phoenix Wright, pleased to meet you. How come I'm the assistant?
Mr. Phoenix Wright and Miss Maya Fey. Somehow not quite the names I'd expect to hear around here. Have you both been working here long? Yep. Must be going on 5 years now. Isn't that right, Espella? 5 years? Ah, yes, I suppose it must be. Say, you know what? Seeing as you're both friends of Espella, I think we can give you guys a little something. On the house, of course. Wow, really? Sure, why not? I actually just took some freshly baked walnut bread out of the oven, so... Cool, so that's what that great smell is. I bet it's delicious. If you think that scent is good, you should try tasting it. You too, Mr. Layton. It's so good it'll knock your hat off. I'd be delighted to. That's most kind of you. Well, that's that then. Go ahead and help yourselves.
Take that!
Our baker uses only the finest walnuts. You'll go nuts for our walnut bread. This is ridiculous. But not out of character. How many times did I gotta tell you, Nick? You're supposed to say, here's your order. Oh, yeah, that's right, I forgot. I don't know why, but I just get the urge to point and shout like that sometimes. I am glad Layton is here. To be the straight man in the middle of this anime comedy duo. I am so glad he's here. Bad, Nick, bad. You can't keep shouting at the customers like that. The boss will be all over you like butter on toast. Ugh. That baker, he's quite a character, isn't he, Professor? Yes, indeed. There's something curious about both of them. They both seem somehow out of place in this world. Thank you! Oh my... Couldn't have said it better myself, Professor. Most intriguing. My room is upstairs. We can get there from behind the counter. Feel free to... Oh, I skipped the dialogue accidentally. No! Huh? What's wrong? She seems to be upset about something. Let's ask her if there's anything we can do to help. Right you are, Professor. So there they are. Are there any hint coins in here? Yes, there are. 60 hint coins. What about run the bread here? Yes. There we go. 62. Now we'll talk to Phoenix for a second. Sorry if I came across as rude earlier. Please pay no thought. It's just that sometimes I get carried away when I'm pounding the dough like that. Well, it was kinda surprising to hear a big thump like that, even if you were just kneading the dough. And when you said, "Take that," my heart nearly stopped. Oh my god, look, he's pointing now. When I bake great bread, I guess I just feel the need to present it to the customer like that. Puzzle? What's the matter, Miss Faye? It's these loaves of bread, and after I arranged them also nicely too. Alright, it's all Nick's fault. He messes up everything. Phrasing. Me? But I was only kneading the dough. What am I going to do? I have to fix this before the boss gets back. That's most unfortunate. Perhaps we can lend you a helping hand. Really? Thanks a lot. You'll be doing me the biggest favor in the world. You could try to show a little restraint sometimes, you know. Not at all. Helping those in need is the duty of any true gentleman. Not only that, but we all chip in and help, we'll soon have it all sorted out. Totally. We should all help each other out in times of need, right? That is true. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, puzzle 13, use your loaf. The neatly placed loaves of bread on display at the front of the bakery were thrown into disarray. In the process, it seems an extra loaf managed to fit its way among the bunch. Take a look at the picture on the top screen and find the extra loaf of bread. Place it into the basket once you found it. This particular kind of puzzle requires you to manipulate objects on the screen. Touch the end of an object and slide the stylus to circle around to rotate it. Okay, in some puzzles, you can also touch at the center of an object. Okay, yes, it's your classic type puzzle. Okay. Okay. Remove the extra loaf of bread. Judging from how this is organized... Is it this one? I think that's like the... I wish I could rotate the screen. That would probably be an option if I was playing in an actual 3DS.
This is my answer.
That's the one.
As you'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Marvelous. Perfect! That's exactly how they were before. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks. You really saved my bacon. It's no more than any young English gentleman would do. You said English? What's that? And where have I heard it before? Hey, Maya, the boss is back. Oh yeah, that's true because Professor Layton and Luke are British while Phoenix Wright and Maya are Japanese, right? Hello everyone. I was just wondering what the commotion was all about. I see you're back, Isabella. Welcome home, Aunt Patty. Were Maya and Phoenix doing a proper job of minding the shop while I was gone? Oh, of course we did. Naturally, you know you can count on us. They may be calling her boss, but she seems like such a warm and friendly person. She certainly does look, and she has a heartwarming smile too. Oh, such flattery. You're just trying to make me blush. By the way, Espella, are these two gentlemen customers of ours? These two are friends of mine. They kindly helped me out once in the past. I was so happy to see them again that I invited them here. I will say, Patty's design is very adorable. Pleased to meet you, madam. My name is Herschel Layton, and I'm Luke Triton, the professor's apprentice. Is that so? It seems Espella is indebted to you both, so it's really a pleasure to meet you both. As a thank you from me for helping Espella, please feel free to stay as long as you'd like. We just happen to have an empty room that you're welcome to use if you wish. Thank you for your kind offer, madam. Ah, yes. I imagine you both must be feeling hungry. Well, actually, I'm more than a little peckish. Ah, you didn't say. Well, in that case, let me offer you something special. That is a very cute lady design. My very own creation. Wonderful. And that face baked to the surface is a masterpiece. Yes, I'm proud of it. I use a secret technique to make it extra fluffy. Only the best for our special guests. This is great. Still, we don't really have a whole lot else to offer. Only bread. Only bread? I mean... Hey, Espella, shouldn't you show our guests to the room? Let's just forget the bread. Forget the bread? Oh. Oh, she's about to go berserk, isn't she? It seems like it. I mean... Mr. Layton, look, let's go upstairs now. Huh? What's going on? Just trust me, come on. Only bread? Forget the bread? You two are really... Oh god. Oh no. Well, the Phoenix Wright party is done forever. That was a short game. Nice crossover. Well, it lasted. Now it's all gonna be Layton because Phoenix Wright has been killed. And Maya too. I didn't expect that. I'm sorry, she's usually so kind and gentle, but when it comes to bread, I suppose it shows how dedicated she is to her craft. I guess it must be fun to live in such a lovely place though. Yes, it is. It's thanks to them that I enjoy living here as much as I do. Mrs. Eclair is always so cheerful and kind to me. And Maya and Mr. Wright are so energetic. Maya especially. It's certainly an interesting group, particularly those two. But, Espella, what about your family? It's a bit complicated. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Oh? A little kitty cat. Meow. Oh, Eve. What's the matter, Eve? Are you hungry? Sorry, it's my cat. It must be supper time. Oh, I see. Please, go ahead. Don't mind us. That is a very adorable cat. Can we interact with the cat, perhaps? Adorable. So Espella has a pet cat, huh? Its name is Eve, huh? A finely groomed black cat, I must say. I'm sure Espella takes excellent care of it. I am surprised we didn't have a scene of Luke talking to the cat. I was half expecting that, honestly. That is his strangely main ability. As for hint coins around here, roof windows make this room very bright. Hint coin, that gives us 63. That gives us 64. Anything around here? Jars with jam, perhaps? They all have vibrant colors. Hint coin, okay. It's such a cute cat. So well behaved and clever too. Thank you. Evie's a real friend. Oh, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Mr. Layton, you wanted to ask me something, didn't you? What was it that you wanted to know? Well, there are a few things. Perhaps I'd better either ask them one at a time. It might take a little while if you can spare the time. Yes, of course. Anything I can do to help. Thank you, Spella. Well then, first off, what I want to ask Spella about is, after we separated in London, definitely want to know what happened to her. Could you tell us again what happened between the time that you were separated in London and you returned to Labyrinthia? You said you can't clearly recall what happened to you, is that right? No, I can't. When I came to, I was back here in Labyrinthia. I can't remember everything up until I boarded that cargo ship, but after that, I just can't seem to remember how I got back here. It seems the townsfolk didn't even notice that I had been away. I almost thought the whole thing must have been just a dream, until the two of you appeared here in Labyrinthia. It seems I wasn't dreaming after all. Yes, indeed. It all really did happen. You came to my office, and then the witch came for you. So, does that mean that the witch brought the Spella back to Labyrinthia? Well, I suppose so, but why was I in London in the first place? Huh? Why did I meet you two gentlemen? And why was the witch after me? I just can't seem to remember why. Spella, you and Carmine were running away from the witches, weren't you? Carmine? Do you mean to say that you don't remember being in London with Carmine? Carmine took you with him and tried to escape from this town. Carmine took me with him and tried to escape? I'm sorry, I do have a vague memory of Carmine, but why was I in London? I just can't seem to remember. Do you remember this letter, Spella? A letter? Yes, Carmen gave you this letter and instructed you to bring it to me. You followed his advice and brought it to me in my office. That letter, could I take a closer look at it? Yes, of course. Do you remember anything? I don't remember the letter, but this writing does look somewhat familiar. I do have a feeling that there was someone there next to me. It seems like the memories are starting to come back to her somehow. Spella, are you alright? I think I remember. I remember Carmine. Really? You're right, I do know him. I definitely know Carmine. Carmine wasn't here in this town, in fact. He was in this very shop. In this shop, Spella? But according to the townsfolk, they've never heard of him. Yes, that's right. What they say contradicts what I remember. That's why I'm finding it so difficult to trust my own memories. Please don't let that deter you. We'd be grateful to hear what you know. What can she recall? According to my memory, Carmen was working here in this bakery. Huh? But there are already two workers here in the shop, right? Mr. Wright and Maya. those two had also been working here making bread for some time now. Or at least I'm quite sure that must be the case. Mrs. Eclair and anyone else around here would soon tell you so. That's why I put no faith in my memory. This difference in perception is seriously intriguing. And the fact that Carmine worked here has me somewhat curious. Do you think all of the townsfolk could just be pretending to not know? I mean, maybe Carmine really was here and they're acting like they don't remember. After all, he did mention in the letter that he wrote that he escaped from Labyrinthia. How about we go and ask a few people around here in town? No, look, I don't think that's a good idea. As you are in no doubt well aware right now, a single word out of place can be enough to bring in the knights against us. Not only that, but I really cannot believe that Mrs. Eclair would pretend not to know him. She's always so straight with people. She's never two-faced. I see. Perhaps, look, we should be thankful that she took care of him. Yes, you're right, of course, Professor. By the way, in that letter, Carmine claimed that this town held a mysterious secret. He implied that he wanted me to solve Labyrinthia's mystery. Do you have any idea what that mystery could be? Labyrinthia's mystery? I'm sorry, but I never even suspected that this town holds any secrets. And then what might it have been that Carmine was investigating? What was Carmine investigating? Oh, I think I might know what it could be. One time Carmine asked me this: why is that whatever is written by the storyteller in the Historia Labyrinthia always becomes fact? If that puzzle can be solved, then we will unravel the mystery of Labyrinthia, he said. So Carmine didn't believe that what's written must always come true either. Well, I'm not sure, but what? It's only natural that what's written in that book must come true. And it's hard for me to believe that both of you and Carmine could doubt this. Well, speaking for myself, I can't just believe it so easily. Nevertheless, to the people of Labyrinthia, it appears to be a matter of common sense, which is why those knights treated us with such suspicion. That's true, but are you saying that in your London there's no story? She looks as if Wagner from Undernight was normal and nice. Well, there are certainly none that come true, as the Historia Labyrinthia does. In the world as we know it, such a notion is inconceivable. Also, welcome to the stream, Tia. Hopefully the day has been treating you well. As I suspected, Carmine is from the same London as you two. Imagine this one committing war crimes. She does look pretty similar, I'll say. Also, thank you very much for the water and stretch redeems. Those are much appreciated, obviously. There we go. Hope you don't mind as I take a little sip. I will have to take your word for it, for that is a game series that I am not familiar as of right now. Incidentally, what action did Carmine take after he came to suspect the story? Well, Carmine often visited the Great Archive. The Great Archive? Yes, that's where all the volumes of the story are kept. You mean to say all previous volumes too? Yes, every volume of the story so far. All of them. I see. In other words, he wanted to confirm the authenticity of this story. But Professor, surely he wouldn't be in trouble with the witches just for looking at some books. As I recall, in the letter he sent me, he wrote, I realized the town held a mysterious secret and decided to get to the bottom of it. But before I could, they found me. I believe that was it. Which probably means it wasn't just an ordinary books that he was investigating. It's quite likely that the books had something to do with the witches. So you mean Carmen came close to unraveling Labyrinthia's mystery and therefore became the witch's target? Is that what you're suggesting? I believe that would be highly probable. But why did the witches... Espella? Had there been other stories involving witches before this? Ah, yes. There have been many stories about them. All of these stories are also being kept in a great archive. Stories about the witches are no doubt a source of considerable fear for the townsfolk. So why is it deemed necessary to keep such stories in the great archive? They are an important source of information for the Inquisition. Their prime objective is to capture witches and protect the people of the town. So you're saying that in order to fight the witches, it is essential to read about and learn their ways? Yes, that's right. Stories involving the witches are under the authority of the Order of Knights. And the Order of Knights was established to protect the town Labyrinthia. The storyteller, the Order of the Knights and the Inquisition, they are the ones who govern this town. The entire fate of Labyrinthia is decided by the creator, otherwise known as the storyteller. That personage is the weaver of the all life in Labyrinthia, including the current horrifying story involving the actions of a witch. It then falls to the Order of Knights to protect the townsfolk from such events. The Knights not only protect the people, but also act as the storyteller's guard. And finally, the Inquisition is responsible for trying the witches in the witches' court. That is the manner in which this town is managed and order is maintained. Undoubtedly, it was the Order of Knights keeping peace during the parade we saw. That's right, the storyteller holds those parades from time to time. He gives the townsfolk the story that will determine their fate from that time onwards. The story this time is involved a witch, which explains why the knights were on in such high alert. I wonder what spells will be used this time. If only we could check in that book. Just a moment, Spella. What was that you just said? Do you mean to say that there is a book about magic? Yes, there is. In the Great Archive, it describes all of the spells that provide the witches with their wicked power. It is a special book used by the Knights of the Inquisition to aid them in their investigation. This is a lot of fucking exposition, am I right, gamers? Honestly, it would have been better if we found this naturally, but I guess someone had to tell us this. That's it. That must have been what Carmen was so interested in. He was investigating the witch's power. Of course, it's possible that he came upon a secret that he shouldn't have known, and that's why the witches attacked him? Indeed, Luke, that may well be the reason. The story is so respected by the people and the witches whom they fear. There could be a certain secret connecting these two in some way. Exposition in my VN mystery puzzle game more likely than you think. Bevy, Professor Layton is about going places and discovering things yourself. The only moment things are explained in this way is in the ending, when the perpetrator has been caught and has no other thing to do than explain what's going on. The fact that this is happening in chapter 3, it's kind of amazing. This is more of a Phoenix Wright thing. Ugh. Should have known. Hell yeah, spoken like someone who never played Professor Layton before. Thank you, Spella. It seems we now know where to begin with our investigation. So you'll be visiting the Great Archive? Yes, indeed. The book about magic that resides there might well provide a valuable clue towards unraveling the mystery of Labyrinthia. We better get going with our investigation straight away, right, Professor? Absolutely, look. We must solve this puzzle for Carmine's sake, as well as for our own. Mr. Layton? Please take me along with you. I'm not sure that's wise. It would put you in more than a little trouble. It is likely that Carmen's investigations are what led to him being pursued by the witches. And if that's the case, the path we tread might well be fraught with danger. She really does look so out of place next to Layton. Honestly, they do. I am still amazed that they didn't choose one or the other when it comes to art styles. The more I see this game, the more I think, was this a good idea? Honestly, considering that both series, when it comes to tone, pacing, themes, art styles, they just couldn't be more different. The only thing they have in common is that they're about solving mysteries, and they were both in the Nintendo DS. Talking with both of you like this, I too have come to believe that there must be a secret to this town. I want to help you find the truth. Well, Espella, I suppose that settles it. From here on in, let's all do our very best to solve this mystery together. Yes, together. I'm the professor's apprentice, so if there's anything you need to know, just ask. Thank you, Luke. I'll be sure to do that. Well then, without any further ado, let's follow in Carmine's footsteps and visit the Great Archive. I'm quite certain that that's where the clues are waiting to be found. Yes, let's go. Not you, Eve. I'm afraid you'll have to stay here until I get back. A lucky pendant of sorts. What a lovely pendant, Espella. It's very old. I can't even remember how old it was when I started wearing it. Right, sorry to have kept you. Shall we leave for the Great Archive now? Oh, Espella. Are you off out somewhere? Yes, I'm taking Mr. Layton and Luke to see the Great Archive. Is that so? Well, you may want to hurry. It looks like it may rain in any time. Ah, yes, that reminds me. Could you get me something while you're out? Just on your way back will be fine. Yes, of course. What can I get for you? Some goat's milk from Mary. I forgot to get some where I was at the market. Okay, I'll drop around to Mary's farm on the way back. Would you? There's a milk bucket ready around on the back. Milk, you say? Naturally, our bakery uses only the finest goat's milk for our milk loaves. It's so fluffy and white, it's delicious. Of course, sounds great. Let's be certain to try some later, Luke. I'm totally up for that. Do you want to see something out of place? Look at Layton next to Phoenix. There you go. There you have them. Both titular characters are now on screen. Yeah. He's baked. Wait, before we go any further. So let's talk to everyone, just in case. The only explanation Phoenix is so fucking big the whole time. Apparently he and Maya have been trapped here for 5 years. I knew it. A little puzzle. So you two are good at problem solving, are you? Well, actually, more like puzzle solving than problem solving, really. Is that so? Well, perhaps you could help me then. Someone came to me for help, and it's a little difficult for me to solve. Okay, what is this? Eccentric tailor. A customer wishes to have their fabric design filled with color. Use the magical stamp to fulfill the customer's request and color it in the design. Stamping a previous color area will cause that color area to disappear. Slide the stamp around with your stylus and touch the touchscreen to stamp. Use the touchscreen to guide you. Okay. So it's as simple as just... okay. Oh, okay. Just move it around. Let's give it a try. So that's all we're supposed to do? Okay. There are some leftover ones around here. Ah, but it makes them disappear. Okay, just like the instructions said. I'm curious as to how we're gonna do these ones up here. Could it be as simple as just doing the same on the other side? I guess that takes care of the middle. This is a strange puzzle. It's just simply color. Is it really as simple as just coloring the area? I guess so.
What do you think of this? Professor, I did it!
Okay. Marvelous? Well, I never. You really solved it, haven't you? If you have a puzzle to solve, you can always rely on us. What a gentleman. I'll have to bake you something extra special later to show my appreciation. I'm really looking forward to it. Why is Layton looking away? Okay. Guess we'll continue our search. It looks like the knights have given up searching for us. Thank goodness. Yes, it seems you're right, look. From the look of things, we should be safe to explore a little more before making our way to the Great Archive. I guess we get to explore a little bit more around here. 66 hint coins. That atmosphere of Gilly has... Someone has discovered the sound redeems.
Nice.
Hey. I just wanted to know what that was. Understandable. We have some pretty interesting redeems here, if I do say so myself. Crowd favorite, as they call it, seems to be this one. Also, welcome to the stream, my friend. Thank you so much for the follow. I like the Levico collection sound for the follower notification. We are no more heroes people here. Did you enjoy the most expensive one, I see. We are no more heroes fans here. Did you two see the latest story? When you say latest, I am to assume that these parades are held on a regular basis? You mean you don't know that? The people these days, no one knows a thing. That one is also one that's used a lot. I've cosplayed Batgirl before. Well, it's interesting you say that because I have cosplayed Holly Summers before. Huh. So I guess we've both been No More Heroes bosses then. But I should ask you, which version of Batgirl? The one from 1 or the one from Travis Strikes Again? The one from 1? Good taste. I mean, not that the design is that much different, but yeah. I do really enjoy Holly personally. It is truly the first boss that makes Travis have doubts about what he's doing. It's the first one to really crack his bad boy wannabe badass otaku boy that he has in the first game. It's crazy to go through the series and see that man mature into literally a family man in 3. Although my favorite depiction of him would definitely be TSA. That's not very polite. The storyteller appears in the parade before the common people whenever he writes a new story. It would be no overstatement to say that I spend every waking day looking forward to the stories that he provides. So you look forward to stories in which witches burn people? What are you saying? That only happens to be the story this time. Usually the storyteller writes most wonderful stories. That's why I thought he would give us a wonderful chapter today too. Instead, I found myself caught up in the crowd. My glasses were broken and I was bitten by a dog. Don't feel down. Every cloud has a silver lining, so they say. Don't feel down! Is he gonna break his glasses every time? Don't feel down, you say? Do I look like I'm feeling down? Bah! No way I'm feeling down. If my unhappiness is recorded in the storyteller's pages, then so be it. Oh, sorrow. A part of me is such sweet sorrow. It seems that not all stories are born equal. Why do I feel that person's character might have something to do with it? Alan is really channeling Adrian Andrews from Justice for All here. With that type of demeanor. Who else do we have here? Oh, it's you two. You were causing quite a bit of a commotion earlier. We weren't causing a commotion. The storyteller's story is always right. And I cannot abide anyone saying otherwise. Then you believe that a witch will appear and commit some foul crimes? Of course I do. The storyteller decides everything that happens in this town. Whether folk meet with good fortune or ill, all that comes to pass is already decided by the storyteller. Whoever the victims are, they're probably up to no good on a regular basis. I spend every day as an upstanding citizen, so even if a witch does appear, I have absolutely nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Usually bottling up your stress is absolutely counterproductive to your mental sanity. Target, what is his brother's name? Jerkin? Maybe, hopefully no. But I wouldn't be surprised. But now we know why that he's called that, I guess. It's over for me! Maybe you ought to go home as soon as you can. I've noticed that NPCs and characters from the more Phoenix Wright side of things, like, as opposed to the Layton side of things, are much more slapsticky and silly in nature. So, let's continue. Here we are. This is the Great Archive. Wow! It looked impressive even from a distance, but now that we're up close, it's huge. Just looking at it makes my neck ache. It must have taken considerable time and manpower to erect a building of this size. Yes, it did. This building has become something of a symbol for the town. Huh? Hey, look at that roof over there. Yeah, that one is broken. It looks as it suffered considerable fire damage at some point. Was there a major fire or something? Oh, that was... I've been listening for a while, and I must say, you two are really strange. The Ace Attorney series really does a lot with exaggerated character quirks. They're even used to imply relations between characters, like the way one character's child might grip their sleeves in the same way as their parents. Okay. I guess, I'll give you a little bit of context. I am a Professor Layton fan. This is honest to God, my first exposure to anything Ace Attorney, and this seemed like the perfect gateway to get me into Phoenix Wright because it's starring Layton, a character that I'm extremely familiar with, having played literally all of his games, and also because this game was promoted as a way to introduce fans of Layton to Phoenix Wright and vice versa. So I'm pretty new to the themes and tone of Phoenix Wright, and it took me pretty off guard since the themes and tone of Layton is much more tame. Oh really, that's interesting. My experience with this game was my exact opposite. I went this as a Ace Attorney fan, and this got me into Layton. Okay. This is really interesting. That means we have both perspectives here, huh? Okay. I do like that, huh? Okay. Oh, it's you. That room has been like that for some time. It's certainly nothing new. Really? If it's alright with you, could you tell us a little about it? You two never cease to amaze me with your incredible lack of knowledge. Well, I guess it couldn't hurt to tell you that the damage is from the legendary fire. The legendary fire. You know something is important when the music stops. Yes, long ago there was a huge fire that engulfed almost the entire town. The damage there occurred at the time, so you can see other traces of the fire around the town too, here and there. The entire town was engulfed in a huge fire? All of the townsfolk know about it. You're probably the only ones that don't. Thank you for filling us in. That certainly cleared up a few things. No problem. It so happens I had nothing better to do. It wasn't such a bad way of killing time. Anyway, see you around. To think that even a building of this size could be affected by a fire. The fire that spread through the town really must have been legendary. You're certainly right about that, Luke. Espella, is something the matter? Oh, no, nothing at all. Shall we make our way inside? Why not? But before we do that, it seems like we have some NPCs to talk to. Uh-oh. Not good. What should I do? What's the matter? Is there something in trouble with you, madam? I will say her design is very adorable. Oh yes, something's surely is troubling me, I mean. Today's scary story is just so frightening. I might be afraid, but I have to do it. I have to finish my delivery. See this? A whole satchel full of letters. A letter fest, and I have to deliver them all. Oh my. That really is a lot of letters. If you'd like, I could help you deliver in a few of them for you. Oh, it's Bella! No, it's alright. After all, it is my job. And anyway, you look busy right now yourself. Well, a little, but we should always help each other out in times of need. I'm okay, don't worry about me. I got it covered. Right, I'm off. I can do this. I can deliver them all. The letters, I mean. Nothing can stop delivering to a courier. Oh. Was that a Star Wars blaster sound effect? I do think it was. Oh, she's gone. She really was in a hurry, wasn't she? But is she really alright? She seems a bit flustered. I think she's just very, very busy. Come on, let's head to the Great Archive. Okay. Uh-huh. A puzzle. Oh, it's this lady that speaks in the most peculiar way. Okay. It just won't do. It's completely unacceptable. What's unacceptable? There's no one in the world more splendid than Inquisitor Barnham. And yet every time it's that woman who gets to stand alongside the storyteller. It's so unfair. You mean the woman who was distributing the story to the crowd, is that right? To be honest, I found her a little scary. I'm sure it's all some point of hers. I've just feel sorry for my poor succumbs. Oh my, if only I could get closer, I could offer my support. It would certainly be difficult to get close with that bustling crowd all around, perhaps even dangerous. I'd try. Huh? I could float down beside him from one... What? Huh? What the? Cloud Maze. Oh my god, is this puzzle gonna feature small look? I always loved when Professor Layton puzzles, especially the 3DS games, featured chibi versions of Layton, Luke, and other characters. Navigate Luke through the clouds and help him find the professor. Jumping into holes in the clouds will drop Luke down to a level below. Likewise, jumping on a fluffy clouds will send him flying up to a level above. Okay. Let's go. So it's just as simple as just moving? Small Luke looks, well, adorable. I will say, I do really enjoy the puzzle solving music in this game. Should we try one of these? That's a dead end right there. Can we go back if we jump in one of these? Oh my god, that is absolutely adorable. Okay, yeah, we can use the clouds. Just go back. This must look... Look at his little face. That's adorable. I want to see small Layton now. I love this slide whistle. It's... oh my god. It's so cute. There we go. Okay. Okay. Maybe we should use one of the clouds for this. Got a good feeling about that one over there. Although if I had to choose my favorite puzzle solving music from the Layton series at least, it would have to be either Astronaut Legacy or Miracle Mask. I still need to do that Professor Layton tier list. People have been asking me about it. I need to update it because I always change my mind so often. Are we just surrounded by clouds here? Okay, well, not too many options here. A little spiral. There we go. So, this is a more open space. Professor! We found him. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Oh, that's adorable.
This is my answer.
That's the one.
As you'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Good job. This is so adorable. I actually really like that. And actually, that actually gives context because I've had a... I'll give context to this, give me a second. But I've had a certain GIF in my image folder for the longest time, not knowing where it comes from. It's this one right here. It's the same thing, but a little bit more sped up, which increases its funny factor by a lot. That is... okay. I have discovered where this gift comes from, at least. Good. Disrespect your surroundings. That's amazing. Professor, I don't think she's coming back. We can only hope that she managed to reach the man she's after. Also, let me drink some water. I always need to have a water bottle nearby whenever I play these games because plenty of dialogue to read. The day a Professor Layton game is 90% voice acted, it's gonna be weird. And here we are. Wow! There are books cramming here from floor to ceiling. Truly remarkable. Are all of these books stories? Yes, they are. All of them. It's said that they were all written by the storyteller. All of these books? But there are so many. Excuse me, I beg your pardon. Look out! Oh. Okay. This right here, with the 3D slider on, must be very funny to see him approaching. This is my question to the audience here. If you ever owned a 3DS, or if you own one right now, have you ever used the 3D slider? I usually keep it off because of the battery life, but some things do look pretty. When the effect hits, it can be pretty amazing, honestly. I turn it on sometimes, me too. It depends on what's on screen. It definitely works better for certain games than others. Phew, told you, no problem. Sorry to startle you folk. I didn't think there was anyone here. That's alright, it's lucky that you didn't drop any books. I don't think I've ever seen anyone carry so many books at once. Aren't they heavy? I love books, so I feel like a mother carrying her baby. That's definitely one way to describe books. If you love books too, why not carry a few with me? I do love books, but I don't think I could carry that many. You at least don't understand the true enjoyment of books. Embracing books, being buried in books, the feel of books, the smell of books. Say book one more goddamn time, I dare you! Being surrounded by books and playing with them, and that's how I enjoy books. I'm not sure I totally agree. Dewey? Huh? That boy is... that's a spell, isn't it? Uh-oh. Here we go again. Please remain calm. You wouldn't want to drop those books. Just leave it to me. See, all under control. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you like that. Dewey, we've come here to find a book about magic. Magic? I should have known. That is, oh, never mind. You know, I usually am not one to say things like, as they say, literally me whenever they encounter a character they relate with. But Layton's reaction to this whole situation and this dialogue box speaks to me in so many levels that I'm gonna stick a screenshot of this. Well, if it isn't magic that you're interested in, then may I suggest the Grand Grimoire? The Grand Grimoire, you say? We'd like to borrow that book if we may. Well, you'll need Miss Mysteer's permission. Are you sure you want to borrow it? Absolutely. We're very interested in magic. Friends of Spellas. Interested in magic? So these two must also be... whoops, oh no. I'm losing them. Silence. Silence in the library. Is this the main librarian? Okay. The Great Archive was founded for those in the noble pursuit of knowledge. I must ask you to be a little quieter, please. Dewey, as a budding librarian, I would have thought you would have known better. I'm sorry, Miss Mysteer, but these people say they want to borrow the Grand Grimoire. Did you say the Grand Grimoire? Oh, you are Espilla Cantavella. You of all people must know the significance of the Grand Grimoire. It is an important piece of literature which can only be viewed by learned persons of significant status. It seems like I can just give my permission to whoever asks for it, you know? I understand that, but this man... I'm sorry, but rules cannot be changed. The request is all mine. That book could prove indispensable for my investigations into magic. And you are... Excuse me, but I might ask you your name? I am Herschel Layton. I'm investigating this town. You could say that I'm a traveler, so to speak. A traveler? Well, I'm afraid I have never come across such a profession. Well, I suppose we can return to that later. My name is Riddle Mister. I am a librarian as well as the curator of the Great Archive, and I am therefore responsible for all the pieces of work here, including the Grand Grimoire. I'm afraid that no matter what your profession or who you are, it is beyond my authority to lend you the Grand Grimoire. It is simply against the rules. The rules? Can't you make an exception for us? Look, please, leave this to me. That is the closest you'll get to Layton saying shut up, Luke. I can understand that you are unable to show this book to just anyone. However, if you yourself said just a moment ago, the Great Archive was founded for those in the noble pursuit of knowledge, and I am currently very much in a pursuit of knowledge regarding magic. Perhaps you would consider letting me at least pursue the Grand Grimoire? Only learned persons of significant status, and in particular, Inquisitors, are permitted to refer to the Grand Grimoire. Inquisitors? Those who administer justice in this town, Knights of Wisdom as they are known. Only someone with equal status to that of an Inquisitor or with a same level of wisdom would qualify. So, if I could demonstrate either require level of wisdom, then I would qualify? You certainly are a persistent gentleman. Very well. Let's see what you make of a trial. This trial has been used in the past to test the ability of aspiring Inquisitors. If you are able to clear this trial, then I will acknowledge that your wisdom matches that of an Inquisitor. If you can achieve this, then as curator of the Great Archives, I will lend you that book. Splendid. Then by all means, do begin. You certainly have some confidence. Let's see if you can live up to it. Do you think you can pass this trial, at which so many hopefuls have stumbled? Okay. See what you can do with this. Okay. Lost in time. Make your way through the maze to the strange clocks to the goal. You can only move with the direction on the clock hands. With each step you take, the clock hands will rotate 90 degrees, so take care. Okay. Let's give this a try before anything else. Okay. So yeah, you can only move in the directions that are the clock hands are pointing to. Okay, simple instructions. I guess the start doesn't count because it's not a clock. Okay. Wait, there's no clock there. Yeah, that just means I can move in any direction. Interesting. So close. Oh, wait.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
Marvelous.
You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Perfect. How can this be? That hardly seemed like a challenge for you. They just don't know Layton. I love your finger pointing position on the VTuber. Thank you very much, Jasmine. In fact, allow me to give you a demonstration of all of my features, shall we? This is my main outfit, actually. This is what I am most comfortable wearing personally. But I decided, since I'm playing a Professor Layton and Phoenix Wright game, I might as well get something more detective-esque, personally. Which, I mean, I think it suits pretty well. Your legs are shockingly long. I think take that as a compliment. Anyway, this is another one of my outfits. It's also pretty comfortable, but as you can see, this is a more of a casual look. But yeah, right now I find appropriate to wear the detective, problem solving, pointing at things of interest detective outfit. Thank you very much. Also, yeah, it does come equipped. I love there's so many cool outfits. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your kind words. They are most appreciated and most welcome. Of course, I wouldn't be a detective if I didn't have my notes and a tool of self-defense, obviously. Who are you, and how did you do that so effortlessly? More importantly than who I am, there is one thing of which I am certain. And that is that every puzzle has an answer. So do I qualify? Not so fast. Do you really believe that my permission can be obtained as easily as that? That was no more than a preliminary trial to separate the wheat from the chaff. Now for the real trial. Even a man of your caliber should find this challenging. This trial will have your eyes rolling to your and your head spinning. Mister, I've never seen you get this excited. Silence! Be quiet, Dewey. Sorry. This chick is a VTuber. It's the hair. It's the hair that gives those vibes, as they say. Professor Layton VTuber crossover. I actually got you covered. Is this enough? Tia? Does this please the requirements? Or should I also get a complete outfit? I'm gonna call Layton himself and call him on stream. Talking to Christopher Robin Miller would be a dream for me. And I don't get starstruck easily. But if I could share some words with Christopher Robin Miller, a voice actor for Professor Layton, I wouldn't even know what to say. I assume it's safe to predict that this will not be quite so simple. This will put an end to that overconfidence. Prepare to lose your mind in this mind-bending puzzle. Yeah, definitely Ace Attorney characters are much more theatrical than Layton ones. Layton plays it more straight. Oh, it's the same thing again. But what's the gimmick here? Okay. Make your way through the maze of strange clocks and hit the goal. You can only move... Okay, same things. However, note that the clock hands on the purple clocks appear to rotate at 3 times the speed of regular clocks. Better watch your step. Okay. Before I forget, I must warn you, you no longer have the luxury of undoing a move. One teeny tiny miscalculation and it's game over. I hope you don't mind. Huh. But we can restart if we wanted to. I do accept your challenge. So. They could have made the purple clocks move one counterclockwise and it would have been the same. Honestly, true. That would have been an interesting gimmick. Okay. Let's move down. Okay, let's take advantage of the space with no clock in it. So we can move literally wherever we want. After that, we're gonna move let's go for the purple one. Let's be slightly risky. Not too many choices instead of going up or backward the way we came from, so that's not an option. But maybe... Huh.
I've already seen the answer. Come what may, puzzles are there to be solved.
Marvelous. How? My mind-bending puzzle! You didn't lose your mind, on the contrary, you found the solution! That's just impossible! Oh, my glasses! Oh, my book! Oh, don't look at me! My glasses! Let me put them on. Just a moment. That's better. I apologize. For a moment there, I lost my composure. But to see my trail clear like that, it seems I underestimated you, sir. It was a fascinating puzzle, no more than I expected from the curator of the Great Archive. I find your confidence rather disconcerting. I hope someday to have the pleasure of showing you a puzzle that will make those little round eyes of yours spin to your head. But nevertheless, a promise is a promise. I hereby grant you your permission. The special viewing room contains the Grand Grimoire is located on the first floor. As I am sure you are already aware, the book is of unparalleled importance. By no means may it be treated with anything but the utmost care. Of course, Miss Mystere. Thank you for granting me permission. Well then, shall we proceed to the special viewing room? I shall have to accompany you since the room is locked. You did it, Professor. You cleared both trials in one fell swoop. That was amazing, Mr. Layton. It's well known that Miss Mystere is an avid collector of puzzles, and I've heard that the puzzles she presents are always very difficult to solve. I see. So there are collectors of puzzles in this place too. You could do a lot more fun gimmicks with a puzzle like that. Maybe clocks that can only move a finite amount of times, clocks that move 2 spaces every 3 turns, maybe clocks that rotate 4 full spaces so the state won't change at all. Or you could even get crazier with it and only move to the clocks which hands are pointing to even numbers. Or maybe in a sequence of numbers, clock hands that are pointing to 1, clock hands that are pointing to 2, and so forth. And maybe in the sequel to the puzzle, they could be reversed. There are many possibilities with clock puzzles, which got really explored in Professor Layton and the Unwon Future, since the vast majority of the puzzles in that game, in the 3rd entry in the series, was completely based on the concept of time, which was very interesting. I really recommend that one. It's another fantastic entry in the series. What do you mean? Oh, nothing important. Right then, no use in waiting around. Let's go and take a look at the Grand Grimoire. Right you are, Professor. I'm sorry, but wearing this thing, it's making my ears a little itchy. So I will proceed to put the hat, at least temporarily, on the head of the Twitter logo. Professor Bird. Adorable. Wait, before we do anything else, I should save. I haven't saved in a while. Okay. Over there. Now that I've seen her full body model, I gotta say that is a really pretty dress. I am not one to usually wear dresses personally, but I will admit and say that one was very cute. Professor Bird is like Professor Layton if he were terrible. Tell me about it, my friend. I will never change that logo in that link to an X. Ever. I simply refuse. This is the special viewing room. I'm sure a gentleman such as yourself will understand, but seeing as this is a special room not open to the general public, I must insist that you all be on your best behavior. Wow, this room feels so grand and elegant. It's my first time in here too. I must admit I feel a little nervous. It certainly does give some indication of the importance of the book being kept here. That book in the center must be the Grand Grimoire. Well, let's investigate it further. This tome is the Grand Grimoire. Please treat it with care. Wait. Is that a hint coin I see? Yes, it is. 68 hint coins. Thank you so much for the subscription, Alfie. 41 months, it's a long time. Oh, thank you so much for your continued support this close to 4 years at this point. Layton X Phoenix Yaoi live reading on stream when? If people want to see, that, I guess I'll have to ask the audience if they wish to see something like that. The question for chat: do you want to see Layton X Phoenix Wright Yaoi fanfiction live reading? Almost 2 hours. I hope you also got a drink and a stretch too. Thank you very much, Alfred. For dialogue heavy games, do a number on my throat. Go for it. Oh. Well, if that's what the audience wants, you can submit your fanfiction submissions in my DMs. What am I saying? This is incredible. It's so crammed with information about magic. People say it's the magic. Say it's the magic used by the witches. If that's so, then the magic we saw in London must be in here somewhere too. That might well be true. Oh look, a tome as thick as this must surely contain such information. Finding it is a bit daunting, though. Oh, what's this, Professor? This page is different from the others. What is this? This page isn't about magic at all. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. Look, this page. It appears to be addressed to someone, don't you think? Oh, you mean like a message? Let's read it, Professor. From a time long ago. The ancient flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books, waiting for the awakening. When the sun and moon watching over the sage swap places to show their true form, the door to the past will open. Once a person of perspicacity has fulfilled the challenges, the door will open. Until then, I will wait for the time of the awakening. What is this? How can this be? Why is this in here? How did something like this get into the Grand Grimoire? It's just not possible. I can't understand it. No one entered the special viewing room before you came. And whenever someone enters this room, I always accompany them in this way. So, that means that the page must have been changed at some point, doesn't it? Could that really be possible? Perhaps with some kind of device? Unthinkable! There is only one key to this room, so no one can enter without being granted my permission. I assure you it's true, on my honor as a curator. But then, how can anyone have done this? Look, I believe we both know who might be capable of such an act. Huh? You mean witches, don't you? Witches? We don't know yet who changed the page, but the more important matter is what's written here. The infinite vault of books mentioned here presumably refers to the Great Archive. Which implies there is a secret of some sort hidden within the library. Professor, what about this bard, a person of perspicacity? Well, I do believe that could be referring to Carmine. He came here regularly to investigate. So it's certainly somewhat likely, which means our next objective is to find the answer that he was looking for. It's a bit of a spooky message, but if we can open this door to the past, then we'll surely be one step closer to solving this mystery. Just a moment, please. I'm the curator here, and I won't be allowing you to investigate anything without my permission. So you mean we can't investigate? Not at all. I'm simply insist that you allow me to accompany you. There should be no doors in this library that I don't know about. And even if there's something hidden somewhere as suggested by this message, it is my duty as the curator to know what that is. I completely understand, Miss Mister. We can only benefit from your presence. Now then, how about we all make our way back to the entrance? So it seems like Miss Mister is gonna be joining the party. But Professor, supposing there is a door, that message is such a puzzle in itself. Don't you think it would be difficult to find? You might be right, and this library is so large. Finding anything will surely take a good deal of our time. No, I think not. You're both missing something here. I believe they might well know what is meant by the words in this message. Really, Professor? Yes, if you'll just remember the wording. From a time long ago. In the incident, the flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books, waiting for the awakening. When the sun and moon watching over the sage swap places to show the true form, the door to the past will open. Once a person of perspicacity has fulfilled the challenge, the door will open. This smells like puzzle. Until then, I will wait for the time of the awakening. If you'll both take a look around this room, you'll notice we are surrounded by books. There's probably nowhere else in the library with more books than there are right here. There are books extending all the way up. We're completely surrounded by them. And the key to opening the door is in the sun and moon watching over the sage. But what could that mean? There are no windows, so no light can come from the sun or the moon. Precisely, which means it's not the real sun and moon that are being referred to here. And they are located where they can watch over the stage. In other words, behind. Perhaps you already realized to whom the stage is referring? Right then, let's find this sun and moon watching over the stage and open the door. Is it the desk? Yeah, the cursor was right there. Oh, what's that? There it is. It's a sun and a moon construction. Oh, so the sage must be... That's right, the sage of this library refers to the curator. And this sun and moon construction is located right behind her seat. So that's what the sun and moon watching over the stage was referring to. And when the sun and moon swap places, their true form will be shown. And the door to the past will open, so all we need to do is work out what that means. But what does they mean by their true form? Well... If we interpret it at face value, I would suggest that we are currently seeing their own untrue form. Have a look at this. There seems to be some sort of mechanism in place. Professor, if you look closely, there seems to be a puzzle hidden here. Okay. Oh, it's a sliding puzzle. Okay. There are two tiles on each side with an image of the sun and the moon. Maneuver the tiles so that the sun and the moon swap sides. If you remember our playthrough of Diabolical Box, the amount of sliding puzzles, of devilish sliding puzzles that game had was borderline criminal, so we'll see how we do here. But first, some water. Much better. Okay. It definitely looks like we're gonna have to use that space over there. To definitely start moving things around. Because not only we have to swap them from where they are, but we also need to complete, well, the shapes here. So... Can we start moving pieces of the sun around here? Yeah, because we have the top part right here. Which means it should be quite simple to just move things around here. We need to get this piece that I put right in the middle in the upper left corner. For now, I guess it will have to go up there. Once we start moving pieces around, we'll be able to unscramble this mess. See, we have two halves of the sun and two halves of the moon here. Does that mean we can move the sun around here? Perhaps if we move the moon here. Okay. Okay. Same process as before. Yeah, now we can move this piece right here. And now we can put this piece that we put in the middle right here. Now we're gonna put this one in the middle so it doesn't get in the way. I guess we'll move all of this to move this one right here. That way, once we start moving things around, we'll have the puzzle solved.
I've already seen the answer.
Marvelous.
You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Good job. At this point, we're experts at sliding puzzles. I could always point. It just felt appropriate for this one. This is technically a Phoenix Wright game after all. Pointing is kind of their whole thing. Professor, there's a stairway. I sent you 2 lines. Well, I guess I'll proceed to read them. Mr. Wright, we cannot do this. Forgive me, Claire. Layton, she would want you to find love elsewhere. These fingers can do more than point, you know. Okay. I would like to know how they got into that situation in the first place. I'm pretty sure the sole mention of the name Claire will make Layton burst into tears. But I am quite amazed. I'll say that. You don't need to apologize. That was interesting. I'll say as much. Anyway, who have thought there could be anything like this hidden here? The ancient flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books. I wonder just what we'll find down there. An entrance to a basement below the Great Archive? I am right in thinking that you knew nothing of this stairway's existence? That's right. And if I, as the curator, knew nothing of it, then surely no one else could. It's hard to believe that a secret such as this could have been hidden here all this time. Who could have possibly left such a message? It might be wise not to let anyone see what has been revealed here. I agree. I'll be back as soon as I have asked the other visitors to leave the building. Well then, are you both ready? You betcha! Let's go, Professor! You too, Espella! Okay then, Luke. Okay. Many things have been... There are 2 identical statues, one of each side. That is true. Okay. Okay. Okay, since we're slowly approaching to the 2-hour mark, I feel like this would be a nice place to like leave it. We solved plenty of puzzles. This Layton part is long, right? It's I'm amazed that this has been going for as long as it did. Yeah, I am more than interested to continue with this. Obviously, I am more than curious. Even though it had a pretty rough start, I am more than interested to see where this is going. So we're gonna continue this case, of course, in the next episode. So before I go, I want to say thank you everybody for joining another live stream. I hope everyone had fun with it, and it's been a pleasure to stream for you all, obviously. If you want to keep in touch, there's always the Twitter and the Discord server, where not only do we post updates, but we also hang out, obviously, if you want to like contact us more directly. And yeah, of course, thank you to the patrons as well for their monthly support. It is more than appreciated. So everybody, you all take care, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? For this mystery is still not done. So everybody, have a fantastic rest of your week and a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll see you, Space Cowboy. Bang.
I was cooling in the motel for a minute. Loved ones that I won't tell how I'm living. Now I'm in the woods, trailer park, staying hidden. In the rap game, slashing through a million minions. IRL is lame cause I'm broke in Virginia. Surrounded by the slimy cold-blooded, they amphibians. I ain't dark as I was, hit the amphibian. Pulled a beam katana out in the slaughterhouse. I was hired cause you talking loud, starting drama now. I got fired cause I understood what they talking about. So I fight them cause I understand all they trauma now. In the woods, smoking on some woods, game me feeling good, but it's great. Can't escape my fate, would if I could. On some LBs, for these LBs, I had to hustle. Desperately trying to find paradise through this desperate struggle. One kill, if you kill, this the way that I'm living. Throw my life away, but I had to hide my feelings. Trying to stack LBs straight to the ceiling.